going on, everybody? Mahai back at it with another Town Hall 17 Legend League attack strategy video for you guys. This is a very unique attack, something that I've never seen before. I was messing around with it a little bit in friendly challenges, and it's actually a lot stronger than you'd expect. So you see we're bringing mostly throwers, and we're bringing healers, and the balloons are just as Coco-loons for the healers, obviously. And we're bringing 6 revive spells. I've got a poison for Clan Castle troops. Then I've got an Invis, which you can use either on your Royal Champion or on your main army, whatever you want to do. I'm bringing a log launcher with Yetis for the Clan Castle. And then for the hero equipments, I'm running the Earthquake Boot Spiky Ball on the King. I've got the Magic Mirror and the Action Figure on the Queen. I've got the Eternal Tome, Rage Gem on the Warden, and the Rocket Spear and Electro Boots on the Royal Champion. So I'm going to go hop into a friendly challenge first and show you guys how this works, and then we'll get into some Legend League replays. Alright, so it's a very simple setup. You're going to want to start with your Royal Champion from a corner to set the funnel. I'm going to drop her from up here, and I'm going to use the Rocket Spear ability right away. And she should be able to take out basically everything right there and set that much of the funnel, which is really nice. And you're just going to let your Royal Champion go down. I like to use the one Invis spell on her just to get a little more value. You can use it either before she goes down or after you revive her. That is completely up to you. So once that side of the funnel is set, I'm just going to drop some of my throwers over here in the corner. I like to use a healer or 2 on them as well, just to help set that funnel. I usually use 3 or 4 throwers on the other side. It depends how much trash is there. As you see on this one, there's not very much, so you can get away with using less. And obviously their job is just to take out this little bit of trash over here. And ideally you want them to join up with your main army, but it doesn't always work that way. Once both sides of your funnel are set, you're obviously just going to drop the rest of your troops right here in the middle and path in. Drop your throwers first, then your Coco-loons, then your healers, and then you're going to sprinkle in your wall breaks. Obviously drop in your King, Queen, Warden, and your log launcher with your main push as well. And then obviously you're just going to use your Warden's ability to protect into the heavy damage. As you see here, we have 2 Fire Spitters, 2 Scatter Shots, a Rage Compartment, 2 Infernos, and 2 Heroes. So we're definitely going to use the Warden ability through that on this base. And once you crush through that, you have a lot of revive spells to finish off the rest of the base. Obviously, you're just going to watch for your heroes to go down. When your heroes go down, you're going to revive them. I like to prioritize the Royal Champion and the Queen with this. Sometimes I'll revive the King just because he's really good at tanking. So it just kind of depends on where your troops are pathing. I think you're just going to coast through the base. So let's get rid of this drawing and we'll press play here. Try to follow that plan. So we're going to drop the Royal Champion, get the Rocket Spear in. And as you see, the Rocket Spear will reach over the walls, takes out the first layer of defenses, and then the Electro Boots aura takes out all the trash on the outside, which is perfect. It's ideal for setting the funnel on one corner. You don't even have to use any support troops most of the time. I do have a couple archers in here, which once this stuff is free, I can drop on this collector and that spell factory, and it'll help take out that trash. But as you see, a really nice funnel set by the Royal Champion. She's going to go to Phoenix, and now that both of those compartments over there are completely clear, so we're going to drop in our throwers over here. They're really not under much damage, so I didn't really need to sprinkle a healer on them this time. But I like to do that just to help set that funnel, because a lot of times they'll be taking more damage than that, obviously. And then, like I said, I'll get my 2 archers down up here on these 2 trash buildings, just get that funnel set a little bit deeper. Once that stuff goes down, you're going to drop in all of your throwers, followed by your Coco-loons, then your healers. I'm going to get in all my heroes here. Unfortunately, my healers are getting kind of wrecked here, so I'm going to have to use this Warden ability a little bit earlier than I wanted to, just to keep them healers up longer into the attack, because it is very crucial that you keep your throwers healed up, because they'll stay back behind and pick stuff off over the walls. They just get really good value. They help tank and keep your heroes alive as well. For a log launcher, bowling over both of those Fire Spitters, which is really nice. We're going to drop our poison spell. On the Clan Castle, we have an Ice Golem and double dragons. A really annoying Clan Castle, actually, especially in that rage compartment. As you saw, the dragons raged up. Unfortunately, we did have the poison spell. We're pathing through the core now. And now this hero, I'm not even sure what that was. I think that was the King, was safe to revive, as well as our Royal Champion. We bring both of them back. Perfect timing, as everything was tanked there. The Monolith was tanked, so our Royal Champion didn't get targeted by that. Now, our Royal Champion is going to go down, but we're going to bring her right back, because once that Ricochet Cannon goes down, there's not much damage left. So we're going to revive now our Queen again. King doing a really good job tanking. Town Hall is going to go down. We have a massive pack of throwers over here still with all the healers. We got the Rage Vial from the Warden that rages up your healers. Just helps keep your troops alive. We're going to use another revive spell here on the Royal Champion. Ricochet Cannon goes down, and that's basically all the damage on the base now, so we'll just 4x through this, as we're going to easily coast through the rest of the base now. We even swagged a revive spell. We had so many throwers still alive, so as you see, this is a very viable attack. So I'm going to go hop into some Legend League replays now and show you it works there as well. Alright, into our first attack. As you see, it's a pretty well maxed base. I think it actually might be completely maxed out. So we're just trying to decide where we want to come in from here. We're going to drop our Royal Champion over here on the left corner, take out that Ricochet Cannon, hopefully get that Ground Expo as well. There's a lot of trash right here on this corner too. We're actually going to get our throwers in a little early this time. And there's really nothing targeting them up there, so I don't have to worry about using a healer on them. So we're going to use our Invis spell here. I just wanted to make damn sure that that Expo went down. We really didn't need the Invis yet. I honestly should have waited until the Expo went down and then used it now, and we probably could have got the Fire Spitter, but the Fire Spitter really doesn't matter because it's pointed the opposite direction anyway. So we're going to get all of our throwers in now. That was a mistake on my part. I didn't wait for my Royal Champion to go down, so my healers actually went out in front, but luckily nothing was there to target them, so it ended up working out fine. But make sure you're paying attention to that. Let your Royal Champion go down first. So now we've actually got our Royal Champion in our aura from our Warden, so I'm going to make sure I bring her back. Then I use my Queen's ability, and then use my Warden's Eternal Tome, just to protect everything. I've got a poison down over here on the Clan Castle. I should have poisoned on top of that furnace, but I didn't see it right away. So I ended up using it on the main pack. But as you see, we have a massive push moving into the core now. This attack is all about your funneling. If you can get a really good funnel set, you will 3-star the base. So now our throwers, as you can see, are reaching over this wall, taking out the Monolith, which is really clutch having their extra range there, because that Monolith would have been annoying. We bring back the Royal Champion again. We use the King's Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball. Goes to the backside of the base here. Does really good damage. Unfortunately, we don't target that Scatter Shot. I wanted to go get that Scatter Shot down right away. But we still have 2 revives left. So I'm probably actually going to use one on the King here because he'll do a good job tanking for my Royal Champion. So bring back the Royal Champion. The King's about to go down as well. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do here. Do I want to use it on the King or do I save it for the Queen or the Royal Champion? I'm just being a little patient here, kind of seeing what goes on. Now my King's not in position to tank anymore, so I'm not going to bring him back. I'm actually going to save this revive for the Royal Champion in case she goes down to this Ricochet Cannon, which she does, so that ended up working out perfectly. That was a good decision. So you just got to pay attention to how your troops are pathing, and that'll determine which heroes you want to bring back. So we'll 2x through this now. We used all of our spells this time, but we still crushed through the base. Our Royal Champion's still alive. Queen's still alive. Warden's still alive. We have some healers left with a couple throwers as well. So we pick up the 3-star. It wasn't as overkilled as the first attack, obviously, but in Legend League, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. It's not as easy as a friendly challenge, obviously. So let's go hop into another attack now. All right, into our next attack. This is a little bit different style base here. This is going to be much, much harder to funnel because look at how much trash we've got on the outside. So I'm trying to think where I want to go in from here. I'm going to send the Royal Champion over here. Honestly, in hindsight, I wish I would have sent my Royal Champion from the top, but I wanted my Royal Champion to take that Multi-Inferno out. It would have been easier to set the funnel with the Royal Champion up here. So I'm actually going to sprinkle in a healer and an extra thrower this time, and I used an Invis spell on them as well, just to mitigate a little bit of the damage, because there is so much trash up there. I'm just not going to be able to get that funnel set, and I realized I wasn't going to be able to, so I'm just going to path in and make sure my troops just path up around this way. I just knew there was no way I was going to get that funnel set, so maybe in a case like that, maybe if you dropped a Siege Barracks up there instead of your Log Launcher, it just would have made it a lot harder to get into the core, but you still do have your Earthquake Boots, Spiky Ball, and the King, so you could have got into the core. So that's completely up to you. If you guys want to use a Siege Barracks on a base like this, it might help set the funnel a little better, because you see, we really didn't get anything into the core, but there wasn't a whole lot I needed to get in the core, except for the Town Hall here, which I got my Yetis from my Log Launcher and then my Queen to go into the core. That's actually going to end up working out pretty well here. Unfortunately, that Ice Golem was extremely annoying on my main push in the middle. But we bring back the Royal Champion. Town Hall goes down. As you see, we actually got a lot of damage down here with the King as well. So now our main push is going to join up down here. And we're actually going to be able to reach pretty much everything here because of the thrower's extra range. We take down that Multi-Inferno. Our Warden here is actually going to go down. And I might actually bring him back just for his Rage Vial effect on all these throwers. I'm just trying to decide. Yeah, I do. Most of the time I won't bring the Warden back, but it was worth it in this case, just because it's going to rage up that big pack of throwers and the Queen, help tear through the backside of the base, because there is still a ton of damage down here at the bottom. We bring back the Royal Champion up here as well, and the King, because I wanted the King to tank for the Royal Champion. Unfortunately, the Royal Champion takes a lot of damage, goes down. So I'm going to be a little bit more patient here on this next Revive, I bring her back when the healers are over top of her, just so the healers can get a little bit of healing off. My Rage Vial finally overlaps over top of those healers, which heals them, where it rages them up, which heals up my Royal Champion in turn. And I end up clearing through the base with the Royal Champion there. Unfortunately, she does go down, so the Electro Boots Aura couldn't take out this skeleton trap. But it's alright, we have tons of troops still left. As you see, we still have 2 healers, a bunch of throwers. Our Queen's still alive. We did use all of our revive spells, but we ended up getting through the base, no problem. And as you saw, we weren't even able to set the funnel that time, so everything went to the outside. But as long as you can get your log launcher and maybe your Queen into the core, you can take that Town Hall out. The throwers just have so much range that they reached over the walls, picked everything off, and we still get the 3-star, even though it wasn't very well executed. So let me know in the comments how this works out for you guys, and if there's any way you tweak this army. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys next time.